From the moment the sun rose over the gray skyline of downtown Chicago, the day already felt like it was carrying a secret, a tension waiting to snap open like a steel trap. And right there, inside the marble-floored lobby of the towering Huxley Financial Tower, a teenage boy named Aaron, wearing a faded hoodie and second-hand sneakers, stood trembling before one of the richest men in America. The scene looked almost unreal, a poor boy staring up at a man worth billions, a man who thought the world revolved around power and money. But the real shock came when the man pointed to a massive steel safe set in the wall behind his office desk and made an offer so outrageous that even his assistants gasped silently from the corner. He told the boy he would give him $100 million if he could open it. He said it with a smirk, expecting laughter, embarrassment, or panic. He didn't expect what came next. And he certainly didn't expect the world to flip in front of his eyes in a way that would haunt him forever. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of unexpected miracles, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps these stories alive. Aaron's story had never been an easy one. He grew up in a crumbling neighborhood on the south side, where every week brought a new challenge: leaky roofs, empty kitchens, eviction notices tucked under the door like silent warnings. His mother worked 2 jobs, and his younger sister depended on medication they could barely afford. Yet Aaron somehow carried an inner strength that didn't match his age, a quiet resilience built from nights studying under streetlights when the power got cut off. He wasn't strong, he wasn't tall, and he certainly wasn't privileged, but he had a gift, an unusual, almost instinctive talent for puzzles, patterns, and complicated locks. Something about mechanisms made sense to him the way words make sense to poets. He had taught himself to pick broken padlocks, fix jammed doors for neighbors, and even solve advanced cipher puzzles he found online. But none of that prepared him for standing inside the skyscraper of a man like Gregory Huxley, a millionaire investor known for a cold heart and a harder stare. Huxley had not invited Aaron out of kindness. He had done it out of irritation and ego. The day before, during a charity event Aaron attended through a school program, Huxley overheard the boy mentioning his knack for mechanical puzzles. Amused, he decided to test him, not to encourage him but to humiliate him. The man enjoyed proving that no one, especially someone from the bottom of society, could impress him. So he brought the boy into his office, turned on the bright lights, and pointed to the massive safe built with reinforced titanium alloys and biometric systems worth more than the boy's entire neighborhood. He laughed when he made the challenge. His assistants laughed too, though more out of fear than humor. But Aaron didn't laugh. He simply stepped closer, studying the machine like a surgeon examining a heartbeat. The office air felt heavy. The windows stretched from floor to ceiling, revealing a sweeping daytime view of Chicago's skyline. Every detail seemed magnified: the quiet hum of computers, the click of polished shoes on tile, the steady rhythm of someone tapping their pen behind Aaron. Huxley leaned back in his leather chair, waiting for the moment when the boy would fail, apologize, and leave in humiliation. But Aaron didn't touch the safe immediately. He closed his eyes, focusing on the sound. The safe had multiple internal layers. He could hear faint vibrations where the locking gears turned. He placed his palm against the cool metal and listened to the gentle tension inside. For the first time, Huxley's confident smirk began to fade. What neither Huxley nor anyone else in that room knew was that Aaron had spent his entire childhood fixing and decoding locks not for fun, but because he had no choice. Their apartment door had been old, rusted, and easily jammed. His mother couldn't afford repairs. Every time it stuck, they risked being trapped inside or locked out entirely. So Aaron learned. Door by door, lock by lock. Then neighbors began to ask for help. And as he grew, so did his ability. It wasn't magic. It was years of desperation teaching him what most people never notice. That day, standing before a safe meant for millionaires, he felt the same calm focus he felt when repairing the front door of a single mother down the street who'd cried with relief when he saved her hundreds of dollars. He remembered every moment of frustration, every night trying to keep his sister warm, and he pressed his fingertips along the safe's edge as the memory fueled his concentration. 20 minutes passed. Huxley's assistants whispered nervously. The millionaire cleared his throat, annoyed by how long this had gone on. Then, suddenly, with a soft mechanical click so crisp it seemed to slice through the air, the safe released its seal. The locking bolts retracted. The steel door tilted forward. No one moved. No one breathed. And for the first time in his career, Gregory Huxley looked genuinely afraid, not of the boy, but of the fact that he had underestimated someone so drastically. Aaron stepped back, hands trembling, not entirely understanding what he had just done. Huxley stood up slowly, his face pale. He hadn't expected this. He hadn't prepared for the possibility that humility might be forced into his life through the hands of a poor kid wearing a thrift store hoodie. The room changed. The silence was thick, almost sacred. Huxley knew he couldn't take back his words. Not with witnesses. But he also couldn't hand over $100 million. Instead, something unexpected happened. Huxley dismissed everyone except Aaron. He took a long breath and realized, for maybe the first time in his life, that wealth meant nothing without purpose. He offered the boy something better than a check he could never process, a full scholarship, financial support for his family, and a job guarantee in the company once he finished college. Aaron didn't even know how to react. For once, Huxley wasn't laughing. He was learning, changing, softening in a way he never had. And it all started because a boy who had nothing showed him something priceless. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support means more than you know. Before we end, please comment below what part of Aaron's journey inspired you the most. And just like that, one moment in a skyscraper changed 2 lives forever, one boy who discovered the world finally saw his worth, and one millionaire who finally learned what true wealth really looks like.